Welcome back to Inside UCL. We're breaking down the just-ended clash between Atalanta and Arsenal. Here's all you need to know about how things panned out. Mikel Arteta's men began their 2024-25 UEFA Champions League journey in underwhelming fashion. Look back on the action with the best facts here on our channel. David Raya's crucial penalty saved allowed Arsenal to battle to a 0-0 draw away against last campaign's UEFA Europa League winners Atalanta in their Champions League opener on Thursday. Thomas Partey clumsily tripped Ederson in the box to gift Atalanta the opportunity to open the scoring in the first half, but Raya saved Redegui's spot kick and then managed to keep out the follow-up in a remarkable display of athleticism. That was his fourth penalty save from his last 8 spot kicks faced, including shootouts, an incredible return considering he'd not kept out any of the previous 19. It was just as well he was so alert. Arsenal lack invention going forward and managed just 6 shots, their poorest return in a Champions League away game since September 2014. Nevertheless, they held on to a point on a night that could have so easily ended with them going home empty-handed. Now let's get into the game. Jesus returns to the starting sheet. Other than that, the lineup remains unchanged from the North London derby for Arsenal. Some positive injury news as Calafiori returns on the bench. Jorginho is also replaced by Rice, which was expected. Declan Rice kicked us off and we got underway. A very back-and-forth first couple of minutes as Arsenal seemed to play the ball through the channels. However, they began to retain the ball and try to work the ball through the middle and out to the wide areas. Timber inverted into the middle with Thomas Partey in a double pivot with Rice pushing on. A few moments later, a nice take from Jesus and a quick turn forced the ball to Saka, who won Arsenal a corner. The ball was swung in, however, the Atalanta keeper cleared with his fists. A long throw to Jesus was flicked on and Havertz latched onto it, however, his effort went wide. A scrappy start, neither team looked to be in control as Arsenal made a few sloppy mistakes. Some nice play between Saka and Rice on the edge of the box won Arsenal a free kick as Ederson was booked for pulling down Saka. After a long wait, Saka stepped up and hit a low effort towards the bottom left corner, however a great stop from the keeper and another quick reaction stop denied Arsenal a 1-0 lead. A corner from Lookman went straight out to the other side of the box and the ball was swung in. However, the ball was headed over. A throw into Rice was tapped into Martinelli's path. However, he was off balance and blazed over. Again a period of scrappy moments with Atalanta getting the better of the ball with some loose passes in Arsenal's midfield. A nice bit of hold-up play in the box from Redegui as he flicked the ball to De Ketelaere. However, he fired wayward. Atalanta began to progress with the ball into Arsenal's half, carving out a few half chances, but most were sniffed out by Arsenal's backline. Both sides had been poor in the final third and another sloppy pass from Partey ended Arsenal's attack. A nice bit of play from Lookman and Ruggieri allowed the ball to be threaded into Arsenal's box, but good defending from Saliba edges the Italian off the ball. Again, another misplaced pass from Partey evades Martinelli and Gabriel as Arsenal seemed to have lost their quality. As the ball went wide from Saliba, the referee blew the whistle to end a scrappy first half. Atalanta kicked us off for the second half and Ederson was played through on the edge of the area and he knocked it past Partey, who brought him down in the box and a penalty was given. After a lengthy VAR check, the penalty was given and Redegui put the ball down on the spot. He took a slow run up and hit it to the left, but the ball was saved by Raya, who palmed the ball out back to Redegui, who seemed to have an open header. However, his second attempt was saved again miraculously by Raya, who scurried back to clamber the ball out. The penalty had given some life to both teams as the battle continued. However, Atalanta's winger Cuadrado was able to get the better of Saka and fire a curling effort just over the bar. Atalanta looked more like the team that were going to score, and they then made another double change with Zaniolo replacing Redegui and Bellanova replacing ex-Chelsea players Zappacosta. As Atalanta retained the ball at the back, Arsenal stayed in a solid shape and an overhit ball went out for a throw-in as Arsenal made another double change with Timber and Saka being replaced by 2 new signings in Calafiori and Sterling. A long header from the Atalanta defense made its way to Lookman on the edge of the box and again the ball fell to Cuadrado, who cut in and fired his effort wide. Sterling poked the ball through to Martinelli, who had a clear sight of goal. However, he leant back, blazed over the bar. A theme of Arsenal's quality in front of goal today. Havertz cleverly won a free kick by the Atalanta box. However, Declan Rice's cross went well over. A nice dribble through from Calafiori as he laid the ball off to Trossard, whose attempted chipped ball was overhit and rolled out for a goal kick. Most of Arsenal's play seemed to be going through Trossard, but not much was being created in the final third. A nice turn from Lookman as he turned into the box. However, Saliba was there to tackle and clear for a corner. As Zaniolo and White battled down the line, Zaniolo got the better of him, but a great defensive challenge from Havertz cleared for a corner. As both teams seemed to play for a draw, the referee blew the full-time whistle. Post-match facts. Atalanta played out their first ever 0-0 draw in the Uefa Champions League in what was their 24th match in the competition, with their previous 23 games providing 83 goals in total, an average of 3.6 per game. Arsenal have failed to score in 3 consecutive Champions League away games for the first time since February 2007, while they're winless in 4 straight games. 2 draws to losses on the road in the competition for the first since September 2011, 1 draw, 3 losses. Raheem Sterling became the first player in UEFA Champions League history to play for 4 different English clubs, having previously played for Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea in the competition. David Raya became just the 4th Arsenal goalkeeper to save a penalty in the UEFA Champions League, after Richard Wright, Jens Lehmann and Lukas Fabianski, 2. Including shootouts, Arsenal's David Raya has saved 4 of the last 8 penalties he has faced in all competitions, after conceding each of the 19 in a row beforehand. Arsenal attempted just 6 shots against Atalanta, their fewest in a UEFA Champions League away game in 10 years, since having just 5 shots against Borussia Dortmund in September 2014. Arsenal's Kai Havertz made his 50th Champions League appearance tonight, the first to reach this milestone, while playing for the Gunners since both Theo Walcott and Per Mertesacker did so in the same game, against Bayern Munich in October 2015. And that wraps up today's match review. Do well to like, share and subscribe. Here's your one-stop source for all things UEFA Champions League.